So I appreciate some people have been very supportive and nice about my Final Fantasy XIV stream that I put up last week. I was a little nervous about doing these because I'm like, I feel like with a lot of games and game types, I'm like, I kind of know how to stream them because I've done that enough. But with this, I'm like, I don't know how, like, are we going to play with the randos going through this dungeon? Am I going to be able to walk around and look at things, or am I going to have to like stumble through trying not to let the party die while also trying to figure out what's going on? I don't know. This is an adventure that we're having. Because if you'll recall, last time we left off with there's a dungeon, Xelphatol, which sounds exactly like it's some sort of medication. Doesn't that sound like a... I don't even know if that sounds like a name brand medicine. But it definitely sounds like some sort of medicine to me. But we're not going to be taking that medicine for a head cold. We are going to be going into a dungeon and fighting things. Man, I am so not used to sharing my Final Fantasy XIV experience with everybody. So this is like, you're going to have to tell me what you think and what you're interested in. Oh, really? That's cool, Stolen Light. Explorer mode for lower level dungeons. That means you can just kind of walk around and look at things. Because in the past, when I've wandered around and looked at things, it's been when I've had like a full party of friends. But like, is there anybody present, or should I see if I can summon friends? Let's see. I have to remember how to summon friends. I'm not good at. Wait, one of these I think is a friend thing. No, that's my character sheet. Look at how cool I am. Look at my character. Look at her. Look at how stylish. I like her. You'll find I'm not any better with using the menus here than, like, you would expect. My inventory is always a mess because I haven't really been able to figure out what to do. So I've got, like, some furniture that I should probably leave in my room. And then what is this? Oh, what? Hold on. I have a wind-up Aymeric? His many obligations prevent him from accompanying you on your journey, but hopefully this dutiful substitute will suffice. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Before we do anything else, I have... No. No. How do I... No, I swear. Okay. Use? Oh, is it because it's because I'm... Hold on. I have to get off my pony. Ah! This is what I'm... Wait, when did I summon my chocobo? I summoned my chocobo. Okay, hold on. Yeah, you can't just do everything while you're on your horse. Yes! That clears up part of my inventory, too. I just have a lot of stuff here, as you can see. Alright. So, with that out of the way, we have a couple of things that we can do. I can try to see if any of my friends are willing to run this dungeon with me. Oh, good, Argatlum. I'm glad to know that somebody else has problems with inventories in this game. I can try to summon friends, or we can just do this, Dosmea, you and me. Hold on. Okay, so because I don't know exactly how to... Wait. Yes! Okay. I usually like do like a hybrid of controller and keyboard and mouse. Because I don't have a mouse, I have a touchpad. But I recently learned how to focus target. And the button that you use for focus target is basically the right click. Which means that I can invite Dosmea to a party. Amazing! Okay. So do we wanna do... Hold on. I no longer have the Lalafell dance. I was a Lalafell for years, so I'm still getting used to the fact that my dance isn't the Lalafell dance. Although, okay, so my favorite dance, I need to get more dances. My favorite dance is the Harvest Dance, which makes me think of Final Fantasy IX. I assume it's intentional, but it is. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. You are a... What is this? What is this? I don't know what the shield means. What is the shield? You look really buff. Hold on. You're really cool looking. Are you a Dark Knight? Or Paladin? Okay, that's gonna be my second guess. I can't tell because everyone's dark right now because it's nighttime in the snowy wilderness. Okay, well, I can do that too. I'm very excited. I have an aura ability. Yeah, so you might notice, I'm just gonna do this before we can queue. Do you want to, Dismaya, do you want to queue up and do this? Because we're gonna probably have to wait a few minutes anyway, so I can talk a little bit while we wait, and I will try to figure out what's going on. Oh, Sophie wants in. Sophie! Do I not? I don't know. I'm a red mage. What do I know about being a tank? Come on in, Sophie. This cat is going to be complaining about being locked in here in a minute. Just you wait and see. Okay, well, so for anyone who doesn't know Final Fantasy XIV or MMOs, because this might be an MMO specific, or MMO, words are hard. No, so things that might be normal for all MMOs, I wouldn't know because this is the only MMO. So, yeah, does anyone here need to have MMO words explained to you? Because I did not know MMO words for like 2.5 years or something of playing this game. I've now been playing it for 4? No, I started in 2018. So 2 years I didn't know what I was doing. Hi, Willow. What's up? We're going to dive into Xelphatol. I'm so like, I was going to explain, like, so if anybody needs me to explain what anything is, I'm very excited to know things. Okay, I didn't know what the words meant. But now I do know what some of them mean, and it's very exciting. So if you play Red Mage, you might be like, why does Lauren have Jolt on her bar twice? Hot bar is the word for that. Because the way Red Mages work, I'm going to go ahead and give you, I gave you the, like, Lauren summarizes Heaven's Word last time. Willow, would you be interested in running a dungeon with me in Dismaya? It's totally okay if not. But I'll give, for those of you who don't know how this class works, I will give you the Laurenified summary of Red Mage. So Red Mage, within the context of the world, is like, there's like black magic and white magic, and they like used to fight each other a super long time ago, I think, and like blew stuff up and it was bad. But a red mage combines both of those, and also Zorro. It's the best. Also very fashionable and cool. So the cool thing about a red mage is not only do they have a combination of all of those things, but every second cast is like pretty much instant. So you have dual cast. So you'll see I made it really big so I can see dual cast. So you cast a spell that's relatively quick to set up your big spell that would be slower. So you have to like kind of do this back and forth thing so that you are like doing your big spells every other time you cast a thing. You'll notice I have this bar thing here. There, you can see it better there. That has the 0/0. You have to balance your red mage, or not, your black magic and your white magic. So like they're all attack spells unless you're using like, you've got a cure here. Here's Vercure. Oh, you can see how that gave me dual cast, and then I've got the shiny thing, and now if I cast it, it's way faster. Isn't that exciting and cool? Oh, look at that. Dismaya is giving us some useful lore. Okay, so because the black magic and white magic were at war and blew a lot of stuff up, like I said, red magic is like, we'll combine those two into one and not have war anymore, which is great. So we're like the peacekeepers and Zorro. So I'm going to be going back and forth between like the things that are classified as black magic and the things that are classified as white magic. I can't tell the difference. I don't know what they're called. But the first thing you start off is oh, that's interesting. Okay, thank you. So we're getting bits of lore that I don't fully know. Perhaps it's been dropped and I forgot it. Perhaps I haven't learned it because I haven't gone looking for it. But either way, I appreciate that chat is giving that information. So you have like your basically non-colored like fast spells, and then your like color coordinated big spells. And so because of my brain, who here watched me play Dark Souls? If you'll recall, the reason why I could understand the controls for Dark Souls is because the thing in this hand was with these buttons, and the thing in this hand was with these buttons, and so I could remember what I was doing. Well, here, because I've got the magic on this side and the magic on that side of this like 0, 0 bar thingy here in the center of my screen, what I've got set up is that the things on the left start off that color of the thing on the bar, and the things on the right start off that color of the thing on the bar. It's very exciting. So like over here, I know that stone and arrow, which is the stuff on like the far left section, those are all related to the left side of my like special red mage bar, and fire and thunder and stuff are over here on the right side of my bar. So you'll see me trying to balance those off a lot. When I'm awesome and my meter is full, I get these. You'll notice that Zverchao, I don't know, I'm sorry, my not, I don't know. My not English is bad. But it has a Z because you do a Zorro Z for those of you who aren't Americans. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to get used to that. But it's super cool. You like get in there and you do super cool stuff, and then you literally backflip out of there. It's very cool. It's like the coolest class. So it's more interesting than just hit button, which is what I usually default to in action adventure games. But it's not too complicated for me, and you don't have to like, I'm not a person who's like, I must be precise, I must do everything exactly right, I must maximize my rotation is the word. Yes, you can backflip off of a cliff. I've done that before for a while. I rescinded my own backflipping privileges. I took the backflip off of my hotbar because I could not be trusted backflipping, but I've since learned to use backflip responsibly, and sometimes I will backflip into or out of like a situation intentionally. I've gotten much better at this game. So that's the general principle of a red mage. So if you don't know MMO stuff, like super basic thing is when you go into a thing like a dungeon, you have a party of 4 people, and so you have a tank who should be the one up there being like, hit me bad guys, I can take it, don't hit my friends, rah. And then you have the healer who's mostly there to make sure that the tank doesn't die. Yay, Willow's here. To make sure that the tank doesn't die, and then also that everyone else doesn't die. And then you have your DPS characters, which means damage per second, which is like the people who do the hitting, and that's all they do. And so that's mostly me. Oh, Argatlam, thwart cut. Okay, yes. Please forgive me for pronouncing things badly. I'm trying to do better. There's a lot of French, which I'm just not. And then, like, being in this, like, everything is named something French in this part of the world, it's difficult. I am! Oh, Willow, you haven't seen me since I Fantasia'd! Yes, I used to be a Lalafell, and then around Halloween last year I decided to change it because I wanted fashion. So now I'm going to have to come up with a backstory for my character where she's a hero raised by Lalafells, which gives me something to start with because she's never had a backstory. Okay, hold on, I can do this. No? No! There we go. I'm sorry. I'm going to invite you to party. Yay! Okay. I can't tell what class you are because I don't know anything about anything. You look like you're some sort of a caster. I can tell that because you've got a stick. So these little symbols over here tell you what somebody is. If you'll notice. Oh, yeah, it must be white magic. Okay, yeah, because the way I can tell that is because I know my red mage thing, which if you look at the red mage symbol, I'm sorry, I'm doing this. So the red mage symbol actually looks like a fencing sword, because you're Zorro, right? But it also looks like that's like the white mage staff reversed. And then I'm guessing that the little spiky thing off to the side, I don't know if this is even visible at the size that you guys are seeing this. But I bet that looks like what a black magic like symbol is. I love how the chocobo symbol is chocobo. Okay, so paladin is a shield. Okay, so maybe I'll be able to recognize the symbol of a black mage at some point. How exciting. How exciting! Look at this. I can't just memorize. Wait, what is that? What is she now? What? It's rare to only do one class. I do only one class. What is that? A ninja? Are you a ninja? Looks like a ninja star, but then you've got like a samurai sword, so maybe? Oh man, look at everybody being so cool. Look at that. Do you guys see how awesome they are? Yeah, I should probably learn these. Samurai! Oh, I forgot there was a samurai. I don't know if I knew there was a samurai. I mean, I probably knew. I mean, obviously, I've forgotten the basics of my own class, Red Mage's history. But I have to do more of the Red Mage story stuff, which maybe we can do that on stream at some point. So the reason why Dusmea is missing health here is because they just changed class to something that had more health. But they were only the amount of health they had at their smaller. Oh, Dancer! Dancer's the other class I'm interested in. Okay, Willow makes very pretty outfits for hers, so she's... I've been told that Dancer is good to go to if you've been Red Mage, so... When I'm ready, at some point in the future, potentially, to go beyond Red Mage, that's what we will do. So shall we go in with a rando, or is there anyone else who happens to be present who wants to be the fourth person in our slot so I can take a look at stuff? I've been told that Dancer, like, maps pretty well to, like, a brain that has figured out Red Mage. Let me see. I can tell of my friends. Oh, okay, yes. Thank you, Desmea. Yeah, I've got one of my pony friends mained Red Mage for a while, so he's... And again, for anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, when I'm talking about my pony friends, I'm talking about the group that I usually play with on Wednesday evenings. It's a couple of friends and me. Okay, hold on. Say friend list. I gotta ask if anybody in my FC is willing to... Nobody else is online. Tragic. Oh, it's probably... I think my FC has raid night on Wednesdays, so they're probably busy. Everyone's probably busy. Well, that's okay. What? That is adorable, Willow. Look at that. You've got, like, cool leggings. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm really not good at camera. Look at that. Very nice. Okay. Well, I don't know if this is going to be a dungeon where I want to actually look around at stuff. It'd be kind of nice to look around at stuff, but I also don't want to subject a rando person to that experience. So, something that I know you have gone through as well as when you were a new player. So if there's somebody who wouldn't mind, that would be cool. Okay. Okay, so what is a static again? Oh, that's the group that you usually play raid night with, right? That's what a static is, right? It doesn't mean, because it means it's not your FC per se. FC is the guild free company. So an FC is like your group of friends that you like have a house with, and they do stuff together that I don't do raid night or whatever. But then a static is the same group of people that you do a raid, and a raid is when you do the same thing, like the same set of things over and over again, trying to get better at them so you can master them and overcome hard fights and stuff like that. This is how I understand things, because everything in this game is super alien to me. Like, I had absolutely no fundamental understanding of what anything meant or how an MMO worked or anything for like 2 years of playing this game. It was bad. So I've had to put everything into really, really simplified terms, which is also, so like I have names for things similar to the ridiculous names that I have for people. I have basically brute force things so that I can remember them. Oh, Dosmea? That's a good question. That's the thing we can talk about, actually, because again, I haven't figured out the way that I'm going to stream this sort of thing. So ordinarily, when I'm playing with my pony friends, and we come across the boss mechanics, like, or a new boss, they'll be like, you know, here's things you need to know. Sometimes, recently though, because we've been practicing learning stuff, he'll be like, what do you think is going to happen? And I'll be like, I think it's going to be this and this. And they're like, close. So... if we have a rando... Okay, yeah, absolutely. Okay, hold on. I can do this. Promote. Yes. Okay, thank you so much. That would be helpful, because, yeah, none of my friends that I might ask, I think, are online. I have a relatively small friends list, because I don't play this game much with randos. Okay. Okay, oh, we got a little party thing. Hold on. I have to say hello. Oh, I'm party leader again. Okay. Oh, wait. I know how to do this. I'm gonna do a ready check. This is making sure that everybody... Oh, no, they're still talking about what they're gonna play, so I'm not gonna do the ready check. Oh, well, wait, because I can see in party chat, which you can't see, because people who might message me here haven't necessarily consented to being on my stream, so I've hidden my chat. So the rest of the party will figure out what Willow, who's Caroline, and Nergui Loveson are going to be, who's going to play which part. Okay, no, all good. What was I saying? I was explaining a thing, and I don't remember what I was explaining. I got distracted. Oh, this isn't good. Talking about boss mechanics. Yeah. So if they don't mind, like... I'm willing to try to figure it out if you folks are willing to let me figure it out. How does that sound? I have some basic understanding of mechanics now. So again, like, I'll be talking about this stuff for those of you who don't know 14. For those of you who do know 14, you can laugh at the Lorenified version of this, because everything that I explain will be like the super simplified, maybe not 100% accurate way of that I've had to wrap my head around these things. So in the first, I was talking last time about how bad 2.0 is in my opinion. The dungeons are generally not considered very good in design either. So it's not just the writing that's not great. But then once they get to Heavensward, they start kind of figuring out like patterns and structure, and like especially towards the end of that, when you get into the Dragonsong stuff, which is the plot arc I just finished. Like if you see like the description of this stream and it's like post-Dragonsong, pre-Stormblood, like they kind of start cementing like, okay, this symbol when the bad guy does this, it means this. This symbol when the bad guy does that, it means that. So now there's some consistency. Okay, hold on. Okay. I'm doing this mostly because I want to practice doing this. Okay, so everybody is at their computer ready to go. Cool. Because sometimes people go, okay, hold on. No, I can do this. I'm not good at this. I don't do this very often. Duty Finder. We want main No. Xelphatol. This one. Okay, I don't know how to... Okay. I did it. Oh, excellent. All right. Well, you and I will be discovering it. It'll be grand. Oh, wow. Okay, so... Oh, man, that's cool looking. The aesthetics of this game are extremely, like, classic Final Fantasy, a mono illustration style. Oh, you get to hear the stupid names that I call various bad guys here, and I have something to say about, like, all the dumb names and things that they're actually given, too. All right. Okay. Okay, hold on. Whoop! You don't want to step into that because that is going to be probably something falling. Okay. Okay, hold on. So what I'm doing here... Ah! You killed it before I could do my thing. Okay. No, but I've got... Okay. So I made my dual cast bigger so that I can see when it's active. This is not my favorite song that we've heard so far in Dungeons. Okay, so I have different things that I do, whether I'm fighting like individuals like this guy or an entire like group of 3 or more, then I use a different set of skills. So there's very much of rhythm here. Oh shoot, I forgot that I have these like special glowy things that I'm casting right now. No, kill the bad guy. If you like get good luck, basically it'll randomly give you access to a better version of the thing that you start off your chain reaction with. Oh man, we're fighting. Oh, these toads are bad. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do my group attack thingy here. Oh, I get to do Moulinet, my favorite. Hold on, let's see if I can get enough of my bar. So if I don't decide to I'm sorry, I'm really not the most efficient player even when I'm not talking my way through. Although honestly, when I'm playing over Discord, I'm just narrating about things to the people that I'm playing with. Where are we? What? Okay. Oh goodness! Oh, those are rocks. Okay. Oh my god, okay, so we're getting more of these guys. So if I don't decide to Zoro, so I'm gonna unlock my Zoro ability soon, but I might do my favorite thing, which isn't even Zoroing. Did you hear that sound? Did you hear that ka-ching? That sounds really cool and dramatic, and you see how like the bar, you see the bar that I'm filling up, you see the bar that I'm talking about? See how it's red? Because I'm a red mage. So now I can Zoro, or I can do Moulinet. Oh, perfect. Okay, we got a bad guy. This is a boss. You go through this like thing. Yes. Okay, that's very nice of them. They ready checked. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna start this off by Zoroing. Oh, I turned off some of my special effects so you can't see that I Zoroed. Well, I Zoroed. Oh shoot. Okay, you never want to be standing under that. Like, oh, hold on. Focus target. Then I can see what it's gonna do. It's gonna lift. That doesn't sound good. What does that mean? What does, oh, it's flying. Oh, okay. Okay, so my guess here is that you want to kill the Ixalis, but maybe you want to hit the floating turrets, actually? Let's see what happens if we kill the turrets. Oh, I didn't kill the turret. Okay. Oh my god! It threw me in the air! That's not very nice! Okay. I'm trying to figure out what to do here. Usually the first boss in a dungeon doesn't have super complicated mechanics. Oh, somebody's tethered. Oh, I bet I want to kill the tether. Oh, okay. Maybe I don't want to kill the tether. But that is a mechanic that I recognize. Is there anything else going on? It's going to do long burst. That doesn't sound good. I don't think I want that to happen, but I think it's going to happen anyway. But we're going to kill the bad guy soon anyway. Yes! Okay, I feel like there wasn't anything special there except that it tethered itself to a thing. Oh, that sounds good. I want those. Those are shoes that I can actually use because see, they were casting and I cast. I'm a casting class. So we have to wait for our tank to be ready. You always let the tank go first. Otherwise you have to run back to the tank and be like, I'm so sorry, I accidentally got the bad guys. They're coming for me instead of you. The tank has moves that are basically taunt. Okay. Oh, hey, there's a Goobboo! Look at these ridiculous Goobboos. Apparently... Oh, I want to be in the glowy thing. Hold on. We're gonna... Oh, I'll have to show you Moulinet another time. Wait, no, I can show you Moulinet now. Oh, it's much less dramatic. It's way cooler when there's like a million bad guys and I'm hitting them all. So I've had to ask my friends like 20 million times, if there's a glowy thing like that, do I stand in it? And they're like, yes. So I do. Fate Collar. Okay, yeah, so I think, if I remember correctly, these guys... Oh, now I want Moulinet. Okay, I have... Nope. They're killing everybody before I can... Yeah, so we're just, like, raiding the stronghold of one of the Beastmen tribes? As I understand. So Gooboo's apparently, like, in the, like, when they dropped the moon on the planet, and... Oh. No, so you see how slowly Scouter was going compared to Verero here? That's because I was trying to use the slow one without having used the fast one first, so I couldn't use dual cast. Oh man, wait. What's going on over here? Oh, is this where we're supposed to go? I'm sorry. Oh, there's treasure. Okay. They're cool looking. What is this? Oh, is this where we're supposed to go? Sure. Everyone in the party is on the lift, so we're gonna operate it. Yes, so I mentioned that there are the primals, which are basically summons, or eidolons, or whatever you want to call them. Oh, I was talking about the Gooboo. Yeah, so at the end, apparently at the end of 1.0, when they were all, like, everyone who played the game was, like, standing around, like, watching the moon about to fall, and apparently a whole bunch of people made, like, a wall of... Oh, this isn't good. No! Apparently, like, they made, like, a wall of Gooboos. And so, like, I think that if you were a 1.0 player, you got, like, a special Gooboo forever that you could ride around on, if I remember correctly. Which I think is cool. Gooboos are weird. But yeah, so I'd mentioned that, this music's kind of catchy. Oh, that's a Garuda-looking thing. That's very Garuda-looking. Okay, I don't know what Ditoli Sealock is. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Josmea. This is a caster. Oh, hold on. I got oh my god, they made... Okay, focus target. If I focus target, I can see what their moves are called. Okay. Oh! Oh, hold on. No, I want to embolden and then do my Zoro. Oh, that's not good! Oh! Oh, did you see that? Oh, it launches you into the spikes. Oh! Oh, so when it starts doing that, you want to stand by this so you don't get launched in the spikes. I get it. I get it. Okay. Yes, so the bird people are trying to summon their bird summon. And we're trying to stop that because it's really bad. I didn't get to finish. Nope. Haha! I did not backflip into the spikes. Thank you very much. I'm very proud of myself for that. So now I'm just like hanging it over here. Okay, we're gonna see if I'm right. Oh! Oh shoot! Shoot, that's okay, that's a target thingy. I'm trying to remember what that target specifically means. I think that's the don't stand by me, everyone else. Yes, because if you want to all stand together, it has a little arrow pointing down at you. I think that one's the oh shoot, oh no. Valkyrie's earrings offending? I don't know that I need those. Gloves of scouting? I could use some Valkyrie clothes. Okay. Those are really only useful if you can use them, which I only play one class, so if the class I'm right now can't use them. Oh man, you see how like the blue bar is way bigger than the white bar? I did a bad job. Oh, okay, hold on. I want to be able to Moulinet. I'm a big fan of Moulinet. Drops an air stone. That sounds good. Okay, I got the air stone. I assume we're gonna put it in the thing so that we can go up. Tailwind relic. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, see, can you tell these are the bird people? Okay. Aha! We go up. Oh, look at that! Oh, that's so pretty! It also looks a lot like... So Garuda is like a big sort of harpy bird lady. That's the primal that they're trying to summon. We don't want them to do that because it's really bad when people summons. It's just generally a bad idea. And they keep doing it. And like, because what they summon is never like... They're never like, now we have summoned the actual god and now we will destroy the actual god. Like, oh, I see. Somebody marked that. That was telling me that I should have gone after the one that had a 1 on it first. Too bad. I was too busy talking. Sorry, folks. Oh, wait. No, this is perfect. Let me see if I can get them all together. Yes. Can I get them all? Oh, okay. Moulinet is it hits like a whole bunch. It'll hit like everybody that's like within its like arc. I love it. Wait, are we going this way? Is there something here? No. Okay. Yes? Oh shoot! Oh, you can blow the. Oh, okay. Oh. I'm not quite sure what we're doing here. Okay, so we just kill them until they give us the thing. Okay, well, we killed them, we got the thing. And now we're gonna go here. Alright. Yes. Alright, everybody. Up on the thing. This is pretty cool. Alright. I don't have a problem with heights, though. I really enjoy heights, so... Desmaya even said balloon's still up. Sorry, I did not notice, friend. I will eventually... Oh! I don't want that. I will eventually remember how to do my, Oh, is it gonna play the classic boss theme? I love this song. Okay, so this is... Looks like some sort of a shaman summoning Garuda. Please don't do it, sir. We would really rather you didn't. Please, maybe. Maybe don't. This is a revised version of the boss theme. Oh, I love that. I love the boss theme. It's really good. Yes. I am ready to do this. Okay. I'm not gonna backflip off of here. I'm thinking about it, but I'm not gonna do it. Okay. You, I'm gonna focus target you. Okay, you're gonna do arrow through. Wait, are you a red mage? You can't be a red mage. Oh, we want to not be standing together. I know that much. Because otherwise you're gonna get hit by multiple ones. They added vocals. That makes it so much better. Okay, everybody stand on me. Everybody's gonna stand on me. Yes, I know this. This is called a stack marker. I should probably not be standing right in front of him. No, I guess it doesn't really matter. All right, friends. Oh, I've got, oh, nice. I didn't even have to do my move that's better. They did this at Distant Worlds. Oh, it's a donut, but we want to be not together. Okay, but don't stand. Okay. Okay. I did it. I figured it out. Oh my god, I'm so proud of myself. My pony friends are going to be so excited and so impressed. Am I far enough over? Living dangerously, Lauren. Living dangerously. Okay. Okay, everybody stand on me. I keep getting it. So everybody stands on me so that I don't have to take all of the damage. That's the, like, please come share this damage so that I don't die move thing. It used to be harder to tell what it was, but then they realized that if they use a consistent look for it, people would be able to figure it out better. I should be using more of my moves better. Oh. Did we stop him before he summoned Garuda, or is he gonna summon Garuda? I like that there's like egg-like thingies. Okay, so he didn't summon Garuda. This is good. Cast my lot. So I don't get to leave anybody feedback and say thank you because there aren't any strangers. If there's strangers in your party, you get to give them the good. Okay. Oh, I want that. Oh, that'll be kind of like, okay, excellent, good. All right, we're gonna watch a cutscene. Yes, they call them stack markers because you stack together. I got really confused because there's a lot of things that I could understand or imagine stack meaning. Oh my gosh, that's right, we're trying to sell it.
Thank the gods. What happened?
We gotta save Alphinaud's sister. They can't kill her. They can't kill her. Not at this point. We haven't done enough.
So they were unable to see the ritual to its completion. Then Garuda is no longer a threat, and whatever the Ascians and the Warriors of Darkness were planning has come to naught.
So again, the Ascians, basement goths, I don't like them. They're like evil and conspiring. And the Warriors of Darkness, oh, that's right. I guess they're both kind of working with like whatever the like evil planet crystal side. That is not the one that sings answers. That's my side. I guess they've got similar stuff. And not that it would be confusing, and I'm not 100% sure. Welcome to Lauren doesn't understand Final Fantasy XIV. Not 100% sure, like, what exactly the deal is and how the Ascians and the Warriors of Darkness, like, work together. Like, because they're both working for the same evil entity. Differently, but they're working together. And, like, so the Warrior of Darkness is, like, my exact counterpart, because I'm the Warrior of Light, you see? But the Ascians are, like, doing stuff with the darkness. Are they related to... And one of our friends, we, the players, but the characters don't know, but we know that one of our friends is actually secretly an Ascian, because we saw him hanging out with his basement goth friends with their dumb hats and silly names. I don't like them. The game may make me like them as characters, but they're not my thing right now. Hi, Careless Dragon. Well, welcome. But I haven't yet figured out, like... I think the Ascians... Okay, the game has told me, and I've forgotten. They've told me, like, 5 times, and I've forgotten what exactly the deal is with the Ascians. Are they, like, from, like, Are they from an ancient civilization? Because there's the kid from the planet that got destroyed who does all of the stuff in the Magitech research facility. And it plays Atma weapon when you fight those bosses. And anyway, he's cool, and I want to know more about his story. Please don't tell me if I do get to learn more about his story. He's one of the few, like, things that I'm like, yes, I know. But otherwise, I'm, like, kind of, like, scrambling around trying to grab hold of things, which is part of why I liked the plot stuff in Heavensward. Because I could actually hold on to, like, who was doing what, when, how, and why, because there were politics involved with the stuff in the city, and then there were the dragons, and I could understand the dragons' motivations and who they were. I could keep track of their names. I gave some of them nicknames, but I even actually wound up learning most of their names. Although Midgard Stormer is either, I guess I usually call him Daddy Dragon, but he's also sometimes Grandpa Dragon. But like Vidalfnir, I know the name. And Nidhogg. I hate Nidhogg. But the Ascians and the Warriors of Darkness, I've not yet wrapped my head around them. And like with the Empire, I'm like, I know what the Empire's deal is. I've like seen Empires before. And I know there's like, I know some of the politicking and intrigue there. But anyway.
But we should not tarry. The knights have secured our path to safety.
Excellent, Alphinaud.
Well, well. What do we have here? You'd better not have killed the primal without us.
Is that a Warrior of Darkness? Or is that somebody I'm friends with? Oh, nope, it's the Warriors of Darkness. Oh, look, one of them's wearing a mask. Health conscious safety first. They've got one of every race in the game. These are the Warriors of Darkness.
Wait, I know you. Still walking, I see. I could have sworn my aim was true.
Oh my god, she can't tell the difference between the twins! Yes, Careless Dragon, yes. I just finished the Dragonsong arc, and I'm ramping up towards Stormblood, so...
Just what is your game? Leading us a long way so these fools could step in and claim our prize?
Why are you wearing a mask? Are you a ninja?
No, no. Let's not make hasty accusations. By the look of things, the ritual was proceeding as planned.
Yeah, so apparently these are, to give you, like, some context, like, the designs that they have for these people are, like, the, like, generic default versions of, like, when they are, like, we have to show a Lalafell hero of light, like, this is what they look like. So they just decided to make those the Warriors of Darkness, too, which is cool and interesting. So I've talked, and this, like, I'm going to be talking a lot to those of you who don't know 14, because I know that there are some of you out there who don't. So when I talked about the Lalafell, like, and how, like, my character as a Lalafell, like, she had, like, a very serious, like, I gave her a grown-up voice, and, like, she looked grown-up, except that she looked like she was 4. Which is an interesting juxtaposition. Like, you have to take some of the Lalafell very seriously. Like, Pippin! Who is a Lalafell Bishonen? Like, he, like, takes his helmet off, and there's, like, literal sparkles as he reveals his beautiful hair, and I'm like, okay, Final Fantasy XIV, you're doing that. Pippin is fantastic. I love him and his dad. We'll meet up with Pippin at some point so you can see. I'm glad I get to share these things with people instead of keeping my weird thoughts about this game where I'm like, this person needs this ridiculous nickname. Oh my god. Yes, no, he's literally a Bishonen. He has sparklies. He takes his helmet off and shakes out his beautiful blonde tresses. It's the most Bishonen thing ever. He just is 2 feet tall and looks like a 4-year-old otherwise. His dad is super cool. You will hear all about what I think about all these characters as we run into them. I have big opinions about some of them. Yeah, so...
We arrived at the appointed hour. 'Twas they who erred.
We did it too fast.
It is hopeless. We cannot face them all.
I don't know, Alphinaud. I'm the Warrior of Light. I think we can do this.
Do mine ears deceive? A boy! So that's the way of it.
Oh, I like her.
Twins! You had me worried for a moment there.
Okay, she's the only one so far that's actually had a personality, so I like her.
Know that I will happily make it quicker for you, if you just stand still.
I mean, I don't know if I will actually like any of them or not.
Enough, Jarumul. We wouldn't want to upset the man in white with any unnecessary bloodshed now, would we?
That sounds like an Ascian. Alright, what are we gonna do?
You've been awfully busy since we were kind enough to spare your lives.
He's so mad at me. Why are you so mad at me?
While you were idly consorting with the Ascians, you mean? 7 hells! What could you possibly hope to achieve?
I'm glad we're just gonna yell at each other. This is great.
Should I explain it to you?
Yes.
Very well.
Yes, you should.
Consider it a reward of sorts for beating us here.
Okay. Please do.
You know the tale of Hydaelyn and Zodiac?
Yes!
Antic?
Yes!
The
Yes!
great sundering. And the
Hydaelyn
reflections
is
it
good.
created.
That's the good crystal planet soul. Zodiac is the bad crystal planet soul. And Hydaelyn is, we are on her side, and all the songs are her singing. And Minfilia turned into her face for a little while. I did not like Minfilia. I'm not sorry she's gone from the game. And Zodiac, that's when I was talking about how the Warriors of Darkness and the Ascians, this is literally what I was just saying, that I don't know, other than knowing that the Warriors of Darkness and the Ascians are both on the side of the evil planet crystal, the dark planet crystal, whatever, I didn't know what their deal was together, and they're about to tell me. Isn't that convenient? Thank you. Very considerate of you. You look so mad.
Across 10 and 3 they were divided. Reflections of the source, each possessed of shards of light and dark.
Yeah, so I guess there was one planet soul, and then it got split into 2 planet souls.
Just so. One of those reflections, the one nearest to the source, is our home. And we were the heroes blessed with her light.
Oh, they're from another dimension. Planet something, just like the kid. I really liked the kid. I don't remember what his name is, but I liked him. Estinian has run off already, though. He's off being Kane from Final Fantasy IV, letting his hair feel the breeze and relinquishing his responsibilities as a dragoon to find himself and set aside his internal struggles. Estinian is definitely Kane. I love the way that they do little bits of references to the older games where it's not that they're like, this is this, but it's like they've drew some inspiration from. And I think that's really well done. Okay, so they were blessed by the light, her light, which would be us blessed by her light.
But not all worlds hold light and dark in equal measure. In ours, the power of light was greater by far.
Okay. So this is actually related to the kid whose planet got destroyed. Not directly, but this whole multiple planets, light and dark things.
So the Ascians, who once threatened our home, were no match. And they fell before us, one after another, till none were left. Victory, we thought. And then came the light. A flood of pure, blinding radiance, annihilating shadow and color and life itself. Ere long, it will consume our world, leaving naught in its wake but blank perfection.
Oh, that's fantastic! Not like for them, obviously, no, that sucks for them. But as a story thing, that's really good. Yes! Okay. Because you have 2 choices when you have light and dark. You have 2 choices. And your choices are either light is good and dark is bad, and we want the light to win. Or you can emphasize the necessity of balance between the 2. And too much of either is a bad thing. If you want there to be complexity, requiring balance is a really good decision. Okay, so this company action thing you see, that's my FC tonight's raid night. They're getting ready to go do a raid. I'm not taking part in that. I'm busy here having feelings about this. Because then it's way more complicated, because instead of just being like, we're the good guys, okay, you're all here because you know me, so you know what you've signed up for. The only way that you can make a simple good versus evil without requiring balance situation work is if dark is so overpowering that we are always the underdogs as light, just trying, basically like the odds are stacked against us. So we are good, but we have to constantly struggle, because you can't just have and then good takes over and everything is great at the end. Brains reject perfection. There's no story there, and it doesn't feel right. It rings hollow. It's like and I actually believe this because I think it works. Hey, Rowan Klaus, it's going well. I'm going off on a tangent, which is what I do. I'm going off into a tangent here. I don't know what Zalera is. I'm sorry. And I don't know what raid they're doing because I've muted the Discord channels that are talking about raid night because I'm not interested in raid night. But yeah, so if you have things like, if you think about like the Matrix, where they're like, you know, we initially had like the world for humans be like perfect and everything was good, but then their brain started rejecting it. And I actually find that very, like, I find that plausible. My favorite character of this game, honestly, at this point, Alphinaud. But I really, like, Alphinaud is, like, I think the character that I've enjoyed the story of and getting to know the best. I will just, like, sing Aymeric's praises constantly because he's, like, too perfect. He's amazing. And I do really like Hirschfont. So that was very sad for me. But yeah, Alphinaud is my favorite character, at least at this point. We'll see. So you can't, like, which is one of the things that I have trouble with the concept as a storyteller and a writer. We're going way off on a tangent here. I have a hard time with the concept of heaven because it's unchanging perfection. Like, kind of once you've done everything and everything is good and there's no conflict and there's no challenge and there's no nothing, like, my brain has a really hard time understanding what existence would be like in that case and what the purpose of existence would be in that case. And that's something that gets considered in a TV show that I won't say more about because I don't want to spoil it for people. But I think that that's a really interesting, like, for those of you who can tell from this context what I'm talking about, like, I think they did a really interesting job asking those questions and thinking about what that would look like. See, I hated the silence. In 2.0 in Realm Reborn, when they did the rocks fall, everyone died. I was like, okay, well, I mean, Y'shtola is cool, and at the time, I was a sucker for Thancred because he's my favorite archetype, but he was really boring. I just only liked him because he was my archetype, but, like, I wasn't really a big fan. I didn't like Minfilia. I didn't like Hot Pants and Potato Head. I didn't like Bookie McBookerson. Yeah. But yeah, so if you're going to have a story that's not a simple fairy tale, either light has to be constantly struggling against dark, which is so much more powerful, so that we have that constant struggle, or the balance is a big deal. And balance is really interesting because that's, like, the only way that D&D style true neutral can be interesting, is someone who's like, no, we've got to retain the balance at all costs. So a true neutral character should be someone who goes back and forth between the sides, evening things out. If it looks like one side is getting too powerful, they go over to the other side. It's an interesting conflict because you do kind of have to think about, if you're dealing with something that's like a more existential story instead of just like there are people and they're dealing with people problems. Once you start getting into, like, the essence of, like, good and evil and light and dark and, like, the powers behind the universe, you do have to address this sort of thing. I am really curious to see where they go with this, because part of why I complain about the Ascians and the base Megoths and all this stuff, and part of why I complain about the Scions and stuff, is that I found them pretty boring, to be honest. Just like I find the Empire, like, the Empire has interesting stuff there, but I'm not interested in them at all despite that. This is a good direction. So no, I'm not actually happy for the people of their planet that they're getting annihilated by light. Like, no, that's not good. But if that means that light winning on our planet would push the edge over for them and destroy them, so they have to try to make dark win on our planet, because then the overall balance will change and their planet won't get destroyed, that would be a really cool motivator, because then we feel awfully selfish for saving our planet and in doing so dooming others. Like, what a cool and interesting conflict. Now, that's complicated by the fact that all of these guys just seem like jerks, which makes it much less interesting and complicated. So we'll see if that sticks. But, like, none of them, I don't think, have ever really been, like, kind or interesting or understanding or even, like, compassionate to each other. Because, like, even if they were like, we can't get attached to anyone on your planet because we're going to kill your planet so our planet lives. They should at least care about each other and be nice and gentle and loving with each other on some level, unless they're evil. And then that simplifies it some.
That cannot be. Do you honestly expect us to believe such a story?
Come on, Alphinaud, use your imagination. Man, Suikoden in 3 also has some interesting things to say about, like, what happens if you take balance too far. So, like, if you enforce the balance and do not allow any chaotic elements, then, like, that also is in a way like a death of the universe. Just, it's really interesting. These different creators with different stories all wrestling with the idea. Like, I really feel like a lot of people who think deeply about these things don't think that going to one extreme is good.
Believe what you like. But it has happened before, on a world far removed from ours. The 13th.
That's where the kid is from!
Which was swallowed by the dark and transformed into what you call the void.
Oh my god, the kid! I love the kid! I don't remember the kid's name, but fortunately when I tell people the context, they know who I'm talking about. And I was saying, I really like the kid. I find the kid really interesting. I want to know what's going on. The kid's world was turned into the void. The kid's situation was interesting. That's why I can't remember the kid's name. Disney has provided Unikal High. But it's like, okay, so the long story short, this kid shows up and is like wearing like a white robe, probably connected to the man in white that they're talking about here. Probably also like something like larger than life. I don't know. But so this kid's story is that the kid was born to be a warrior of light. And there were other people who were born to be warriors of light on his planet. But it was too late. The dark was already winning, so they like barely were able to get off. Like, he wasn't able to reconnect or to connect with any of the other warriors of light before his planet got swallowed by the dark and transformed into what you call the void. So he managed to get here, and I just really like him a lot. And he recently explained to us this whole thing. So I actually have this knowledge to build on. So in a lot of other games that you guys have maybe seen me stream, I don't have to come up with all of these like ways of remembering who is what and where and how. 14 I really struggle with. So yeah. Yeah, so it's stasis and everything. It's not that everything falls apart in entropy in the Suikoden universe. Have you played 3 yet, Blue Glass? It kind of goes into that some. Which we'll play eventually on stream. But I'm going to take a break after 2 and do other things. Okay. It's like a sort of small part of 3, but it's there, and I thought it was really interesting. Okay, we know about the void stuff because we talked to the kid, but that was optional.
Unchallenged light would condemn us to a similar fate. And so we joined hands with our former enemies, and with their aid came here, to the source. For there is but one way to restore the balance and save our home. The Ardor. Calamitous destruction with the power to break down the barriers between planes and see our worlds rejoined.
Oh, that's interesting.
You would doom our world to save your own? What would even become of us? Of you?
But, I mean, Alphinaud, if you believe their story, then we are choosing to doom their world to save ours by fighting them and the Asians. I love Alphinaud.
Enough. I tire of talking. You know our cause. You know what is at stake. We are prepared to do whatever it takes. Are you?
Did they just teleport? That sounds like a teleport sound. Yes. That's the same sound it makes when you teleport. Wait, what are you still doing here? Why are you still here,
If there is
person?
aught you would say, say it. Otherwise, be gone. You have no friends here.
Not Alphinaud. Maybe we do have friends. They might have talked to you. Well, he's mad. Yes, he's way more adorable. Okay. So, that was exciting. Okay. That person is waiting to fight a dungeon, presumably this dungeon. They've got, I don't know exactly what it's supposed to be, but the little, like, viewfinder symbol by their name. Okay. You know, Alphinaud? No, but you're understanding. You have to understand that if what they say is true, then by resisting them, we are doing the same thing we're accusing them of doing. I really want to know who the one with the mask is, though. Because that's the one with the mask, so I'm wondering why they have a mask. Okay. Yes. Alphinaud's gonna go check on his sister. That's cool. Alright. Ah! I'm going to go where I'm supposed to go. I'm gonna teleport back to Aymeric. Yes. Alright. So it makes the bow sound when you teleport, just like it does with them. Alright. Hold on. Hold on. I want the Forgotten Knight. Oh, right. Okay. Like, this is me being defeated by the controls of the map. This will happen every time. I would love to be like, I know what I'm doing. But I don't. Oh my god, that person's last name is Malamute. Are they a doggy? Malamutes are doggies. Alphinaud, what are you doing hanging out here? Ah, we're gonna go in together. I thought you were gonna go see your sister. Yes, no, Aymeric is definitely the prettiest person in the game. Like, I'm not into dudes, but he's beautiful, so I can understand why. Like, everyone winds up a little in love with Aymeric. Like, that's just how it is. Like, even if it's, like, not romantic or whatever, they still love Aymeric. Like, you have to. I haven't seen a lot of Alice, honestly. I know my friends really, really like her. But I haven't seen much of her. I'm trying to remember what I have seen of her. Because I know she and Alphinaud parted ways. Right? No, Aymeric is the sort of person where you're like, there's no way he can possibly be real. And then he just, like, literally is. Because I kept waiting for him to turn out to, like, betray you or not be what you think he is. But no. Aymeric is just amazing. And that's just how it is. Yeah, no, like, Aymeric is perfect, but, like, not in a way that you hate him, you know? Like, see, what's funny is when I first streamed this last week, I was just kind of rambling about Aymeric being amazing, and I'm so glad that you showed up in chat and are rambling about how great Aymeric is, because that's what you do. And, like, in characters in the game just ramble about how great Aymeric is, but it's not like it's, like, Mary Sue-ish or dumb or anything. They made somebody who's really great and everyone likes him, and that's just how it is. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know that every character wants to kiss the Warrior of Light, but I think a lot of people want to kiss Aymeric. Both players and characters. Yeah, like, he's a good leader. He's great. Like, when Lucia is like, I gave up everything that I ever knew because I heard him speak and I believed in what, and I would follow him to, like, I would follow him into hell. I'm like, yeah. Mm-hmm. I hear you. If Aymeric were going into hell and said, I need people to help me with this, I'd be like, you probably got a good reason and you'll probably keep us, like, as close to safe as you can arrange. We'll do that. He's really cool. I did... Okay, the Coils of Bahamut. Okay. I did part of the dungeon with the cat boy with 2 colored eyes and the, like, reincarnated vessels of kings of the past. That is Crystal Tower. I did that one. Isn't that one related to the dragons? Coils of Bahamut, I don't think I've done. I think that is a thing I need to do, and my friends have been saying they'll take me through that, but it has not happened. So, that I haven't done. Okay, well, I haven't done that, so I don't know much about Elise. So, is that a thing that we should prioritize? Like, should I do that? Is that going to be important shortly? I guess that if she's an important presence in that, that seems like that wouldn't work chronologically. Okay. Tataru is happy. Oh, good. Gave her new outfits too.
Zay, how are you feeling?
Oh, he's so adorable. Is she taller than him? I think she's taller than him. That's amazing. She should absolutely be taller than him.
Well enough, brother. Thanks to the kindness of our hosts. They told me you had departed for Xelphatol while I was still abed. I slept much better knowing that. Thank you.
I take it your mission was a success.
Look at how cool we are. So much easier to take this seriously with this new character design.
As if we needed any further confirmation that they are in league with the Ascians.
They literally told us. They're not even trying to deny it. Okay, so Thancred is really bitter about the Ascians because one of them controlled him for a whole chunk of A Realm Reborn. And I was bitter too because I was like, we have like sassy, charming rogue man, and you have gotten in the way of me hearing his sassy banter and flirting with Y'shtola? What is wrong with you, Ascians? Go away. Now, Thancred has since gone, like, full emo sad man. So he's no longer that. But that was the archetype he was prior to Rock's Fall, Everyone Dies.
But to save another world? I think not.
Whatever, Thancred. I'm sorry, you are not the biggest brain of the Scions. I would not trust you to think through this. I want to know what Y'shtola thinks. He did flirt with Hilda. No, he definitely did. And I appreciated it. And I was like, yay. It's a little bit of the old Thancred back. But he's still, especially, I think that might have been before the Holmanvillia thing, which, like, made him go, like, more dark and serious.
I too thought his story fanciful at first. But it is possible there may be a kernel of truth in all of this. At the very least, none of his claims contradict the word's account.
Oh no, you're gonna set him off. The word is... Okay, so there's this really obnoxious, perfect person who was the leader of the Scions in 2.0. I hated her design. Like, she was really pretty, but she had the stupidest outfit I've seen in this game. This game has stupid outfits. I didn't like her very much. But she and he, Thancred, had kind of like apparently a big brother, little sister relationship, which I didn't know about until they told me in this game, so I assume they didn't know that they were doing that in 2.0, and then they decided to append it once they got to Heavensward, and were like, we should have these characters have personalities, backstories, and relationships. That might improve the game somewhat. So he took it really hard that she went missing. And she went missing... Oh, daughter. I thought it was a big brother, little sister sort of thing. Yes, Minfilia is just... She's so boring. And so at the end, like, rocks fall, everyone dies. Like everything's falling apart. Alphinaud forgot to do background checks, so you get betrayed by all of his, like, secret, like, his super special superheroes. So then your superheroes are, like, getting, like, smashed by politics and things. And then you keep, like, running away. Yeah, she's Flamin, that's her adopted mom. Who I like her. I like her just fine. The beautiful cat lady. So, like, you're fleeing, everything blowing up, and you and Minfilia, who's the leader of your superhero team, like, are, like, running off, and, like, pairs of the rest of the superheroes, like, they keep pairing off to, like, go stall the bad guys or whatever. And, so Thancred here, who's the one I like, and Y'shtola, who's the other one I like. They're the ones that I like. Where I was like, if any of the Scions come back, I want it to be those two. And they were the first two to come back, which I was happy about. But they were like, okay, we'll, like, stall time so that you and Minfilia can get away. And then you're, like, getting away, and Minfilia basically gets a cell phone call from God, being like, I've got another plan for you. And, like, the soul of the planet, the crystal soul that we're the planet, like, the light soul of the planet that we keep talking about here. And she's basically like, I've got a plan for you, Minfilia. And Minfilia is like, oh, okay, I gotta go. And then she goes. And then, like, much later in this game, you find her. And she's, like, lost her sense of, like, she has lost herself. Minfilia no longer exists. She has been absorbed by the planet soul crystal. And is speaking for, like I said, she's, like, the face of, or the voice of, the crystal planet soul. Light crystal planet soul, because there's dark crystal planet soul, but so light crystal planet soul. So now when Alphinaud here is referring to the word capitalized, that's what was Minfilia before she got subsumed by that. So Alphinaud just mentioned that to Thancred, and I think Thancred's gonna have feelings. Let's see if he does. No?
You were following these people, Alice. Why?
I love Y'shtola. So, like, Thancred was the charming rogue, and Y'shtola was the, like, no nonsense, dry humor, whatever, puts him in his place when he needs it. Like, they were a great team. So they survived. Roxhall, everyone dies, but he lost his ability to use his magic and also his sense of humor. And she lost her sight. So she's using her magical essence and her soul to be able to see, which will certainly never have consequences.
During my travels, I had oft enjoyed tales of the Scions and their exploits. But after a time, I began to hear whispers of a gifted and theretofore unknown band of adventurers. Adventurers who had supposedly sworn to travel the realm slaying primals in the Scion's stead.
The Warriors of Darkness. And in the course of investigating these rumors, you stumbled upon the Ascians' involvement.
She's kind of rash, isn't she?
Yes, exactly.
You just, like, charged right on in there, Alice, did you? Do you think about things more than your brother, or are you both kind of dummies?
Forgive me, but if these Warriors of Darkness mean to bring about another calamity, to what end do they hunt primals?
Yes, this is definitely a bite your tongue, but these are my thoughts, at least. Alphinaud is the most... Okay, Alphinaud is a terrible combination. He is so precocious for his age, but he does not have the experience or maturity to make... So he's very smart, but he doesn't realize where he's dumb, and he's so smart that he knows he's smart, but he doesn't know that he's dumb. Like, a big part of the problem with the Crystal Braves, it's the right name, right? Is that everybody let a 16-year-old make decisions that he should not have. Yeah, no, he has. Well, so a lot of, like, the overarching arc in Heavensward has been Alphinaud's story. And I'm sorry, like, we're getting through this cutscene and I'm just stopping all this time. Eventually, I guess when we, like, have kind of caught up where you all, like, know what Lauren's thoughts and feelings are about this, I will be able to get through cutscenes without stopping for 10 minutes every time a character says a line of dialogue, but we're not there yet. But yeah, the end of A Realm Reborn is Alphinaud being given responsibilities that he should never have been given, and also, like, expecting too much of himself and messing everything up, and all of his friends die and it's bad. And so he kind of has this, like, where he, like, comes, like, gets completely crushed and destroyed going into Heavensward. He's like, I destroyed everything, and everyone's like, well, you need to stop feeling sorry for yourself and you need to make this right. And so he has grown and matured a lot over the course of the story. So what as somebody who doesn't know Alysae very well at all, I am concerned that perhaps she may have started more mature than Alphinaud was when they parted ways. But Alphinaud has grown and matured, perhaps farther than she had before they parted ways. So I'm not going into this expecting Alysae to be the most mature and responsible person. Yeah, no, in Blue Goss it makes sense within the context of video games, but I feel like this game knows that you as the player won't question the 16-year-old leading a military force because you play video games, but then they're like, why would a teenager be any good at leading a military force? And you're like, good question. Good question. Yes, it's basically exactly what Sam Vimes just said. I do think that it is intentional, because you don't think to question it, and then afterwards you're like, that was a really dumb idea. Why did none of us think to question it?
To prompt an escalation. To deepen the beast tribe's feelings of helplessness and despair, and thereby drive them to summon ever more powerful gods. And lest we forget, these events do not occur in isolation. With their patron deities being slain left and right, the news of man's victory over Nidhogg must surely have sown panic in the minds of the beastmen. 'Tis no wonder they wish to defend themselves.
Power answered with greater power, death with more death. A vicious cycle fueled by fear and hatred. I know it's like all too well.
Are we gonna draw parallels between the Dragonsong War going back way, way, way back and humans versus beastmen and the situation with the primals just making things worse? Maybe if we stopped making a distinction between people and beastmen, maybe things would get a little better. Don't be ridiculous, Lauren. Seeing others as people, improving, like, international relations and reducing war and destruction? Never! Yeah, no, Aymeric is fantastic. He's really great. I don't know. I have a friend who likes to give me lore, but he's very bad about giving spoilers. Even when I ask him not to. I love him very, very much, but I have to be careful talking to him about games that he's played and I haven't finished. So I don't know. That's mostly my experience with lore books stuff. Yes, racism is bad, as we explored in Suikoden 2 yesterday. But it's more than just racism. Like, this is like an all-out dehumanization to a degree that isn't matched as frequently in the real world. So, this is Racism is Bad week. Well, we'll see what happens in Final Fantasy VII Remake. Clearly, it's going to have racism be bad, too. Oh my god, that's amazing and totally believable, Vimes. That is so exactly... I'm going to draw that back to stuff that we've talked about before, and I think some stuff that we might have talked about during Suikoden 2 yesterday. But one of the things that I talked about in Suikoden 2, I'm sorry, I'm just talking so much tonight. I'm like out of control. Finish a single cutscene, Lauren. Oh my god. No, Yeah, Kronos always trying to reassure me. I'm like, if you weren't okay with me talking about stuff, you would not watch me stream because that's like all I do. No, so one of the things I talked about on this weekend in 2 like session that we played yesterday, was that things are effective when you talk about racism and things like that in a story and you don't have direct obvious parallels to exact things in the real world. But if you draw inspiration from things in the real world, you can make people think about those things, you know? So like it doesn't have to be exactly parallel. So we're going to talk about racism for a minute here because you perhaps unwittingly brought it up. So saying that the Beastmen is canonically a term invented by rich people to get to eliminate the threat of competition of those people in the markets. So one of the things that I found very interesting when I learned this not very long ago, like sometime last year, was the concept of whiteness. Like not any of the other races, but the fact that there was this whiteness as a way of being, as an identifier, as a category, which is malleable. Like it's variable, it changes, so it's not specific to color of skin directly. So there have been groups that have been told they're not white, and then they have been bestowed whiteness, sometimes conditionally, sometimes not. But so it's not actually just a hard and fast, only based on the color of your skin thing, but it is a concept that didn't exist prior to a certain point in American history when rich people were not treating the people like indentured servants and workers and stuff under them. They were not treating them very well. And so the people under them started banding together to rise up against them. And they were like, we have to do something to make them not team up because there are so many more of them that if they team up against us, we're toast. So we'll turn them against each other by breaking them into, by basically giving some of them a designation that they're special and different from the others. So then the others will hate them for being special and they'll look down on the ones that don't have that designation. And thus the concept of whiteness was invented. So it's not a good or helpful thing, and that's part of why it's not like culturally based or anything like that. It's a designation that you are given to put you in a safe bubble against all the outsiders, and we can label the outsiders however we want. And so I don't know that that is necessarily historically known to the people who wrote Final Fantasy XIV, and I don't know that that would be intentionally what they were setting out to mimic by having like the establishment of men versus beast men. This is different. They are lesser than us. Because then I kind of wonder, like, are there like men, like, are there people that are like, could be at any moment be told actually like they're the Hrothgar, like, or whatever they're called. Are they like at risk of being called beastmen? Like, where do we draw the line? How does that like, and who determines that sort of thing? Like, I'm curious about that. But it feels very much like the origin of the concept of whiteness to me. The origin of the concept of beastmen, which is the opposite kind of, instead of like there being like a term defining an in-group, in this case, they're defining an out-group and putting everyone they don't want in the out-group. And like, well, you're at least not one of the out-group. But like, if they drew inspiration from the history there, like, that's cool. But even if they didn't, like, it feels real and plausible. Like, you tell me that that's like the origin of the term, and I'm like, yeah, that checks out. I don't know. And that's an interesting way of telling stories, is to have something be like rooted at least somewhat in like reality in that way. So yeah. Anyway, Aymeric is cool.
Indeed. The Ascians sow discord and desperation, and the warriors of darkness reap the harvest. And so it continues. Yet that is not the extent of their ambitions. The Ascian himself observed that once the powerless realize that the old gods have failed them, they will have little recourse but to look to a new one.
This is not good. This is not a good thing. Which will be Zodiark.
We cannot let that happen.
It should come as no surprise, but Alize and I have uncovered evidence that the Ascians have been manipulating certain parties to ensure that a constant stream of crystals flows into the hands of the beast tribes.
Certain parties.
If we sever these supply lines, we should at least be able to slow the escalation.
His voice is so different from what it was, because they changed the entire voice studio, so none of them sound alike. But he looks and sounds and acts like a different person. It's very disconcerting. Oh, I like that, Vimes. Is it feeling like he's Cholo wrote it? That makes sense.
Agreed. Kral and I shall journey to Xelphatol and learn what we can of the Ixal's source.
Then I, for my part, pledge to lead a similar investigation into the origin of the Nath supply.
Those are the bug people. They live near here. I like them.
Sir
Well, the good
Aymeric,
ones.
As a member of the Eorzean Alliance, Ishgard is honor bound to play an active role in maintaining the security of the realm. You might also say that I have some personal motivation, given the Ascians' dealings with my father.
You don't have to continue answering for the sins of your father, Aymeric.
However, I make no secret of the fact that my knowledge of primal beings is scant at best. As such, I should be most grateful if one of your order were to assist me.
You know, Aymeric, maybe you shouldn't be the one running out there to do that if you're in charge of things here. I guess he's only one of the people in charge now.
Sir Aymeric. I have dealt with the Nath before.
Yay, be friends! Yes! Be buddies! Oh, I would like that.
Let us consult with Orianja then.
That's the
Given
bad
his
one.
dedication to the study of primal beings, I should be surprised if he could not tell us something of value.
Don't consult with him, he's secretly an Ascian! Well, at least they knew what archetype Thancred was. So the new voice actors are fantastic. It's just Thancred's voice being different when everything else is different is a little jarring, especially because he's one of the later additions to the party in this story. But I'll get used to him. All the rest of the other voices are like a massive improvement. I actually liked Alphinaud's original voice actor, but I like what they're doing with him this time. So yeah, Urianger is secretly an Ascian. So he's bad. So, and they don't know this. Like, we know this because we occasionally see, this is why I call them the basement goths. So we occasionally see the Ascians hanging out in their goth basement on the moon. And they it plays a song that I groan whenever I hear that song. And then they have their ominous meeting, and I'm just like, oh my god, will you stop?
Allow me to accompany you, brother. And before you think to refuse, know that I am not the girl I once was. I shall not be a burden. You have my word.
I mean, I get the feeling that she's quite competent. I just don't know that she's as mature and has her head on straight.
But Alize, you...
I mean, this isn't about you being a girl, Alice. This is about you almost dying of poison. Organization 13 is a good guess.
You are more than welcome. After all, it was you who set us upon this path.
Oh, good. See, look at this maturity. He's not fighting with his sister like a brother-sister thing like they used to. Your brother has grown up. Hello, Spree.
I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave just yet. Not until you try on the new outfit I prepared for you.
So Tataru is the excuse where, they're like, you had terrible character designs in 2.0. So we're gonna change those. She's really cute. I have a friend who can't stand her, but I think she's adorable. Wait, how many get new outfits? Okay. I mean, Yishtola's outfit is fine, and I thought Thancred's outfit was fine. But, oh my god, I was gonna say this one is so fashionable and cool, but she's a fashion leader. She is. Look at that. Look at that pretty outfit. No, look at her. She's all shiny and pretty. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, Alphinaud. They don't like characters who are trying too hard to be cute, and they don't think that she's cute. But they also, I think, are very particular about the Lalafell that they like. So I think they like Pippin, who's fantastic, and Kryle, who's amazing. Who are the serious Lalafell. Oh, this is referencing a thing that I haven't done yet. I think. Or maybe I started it. I don't remember. It would have been a long time ago. All right. Is that a skirt or shorts? Yes. Although there was something kind of fun about not being able to tell the difference between the twins except for the color of the bow in their hair. Now they have different outfits. It's very good. Oh, this song. That melody shows up in somewhere else. Oh, the earrings as well. Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't seen them enough together to notice that. So my sister, who looks like my twin but is not, she's a cosplayer, and she has a friend who's also a cosplayer who actually has a twin, but her friend's twin doesn't cosplay anymore, and I don't cosplay with my sister anymore, but my sister and I used to cosplay twins occasionally, and the twins used to cosplay twins, but since me and my friends, or my sister's friend's sister, we no longer cosplay. So those two now cosplay like every twin set ever. And so even though they don't play this game, they've been talking about doing these too. So yeah, no, I really like Tataru. I don't agree with my friend's assessment of Tataru, but that's why my friend doesn't like her. Yeah, having them be twins does work a lot for the story. It's really interesting. Might be a skort, maybe. They gotta poke fun at their character designs. Okay, I don't know if Alice is awkward or if she's trying to embarrass her brother. I don't know her yet. So this is exciting. She can tell me all of the embarrassing stories about Alphinaud. I want to know them. I really want her to be taller than him. Okay, so does this mean that I started the coils and then I stopped, and so they're acknowledging that here? I should probably go back and do this at some point. Because I know that I've seen her do things before. Oh, that's right. So they're the first characters you see. When you boot up the game, you're like riding a carriage into town, and there's these two twins hanging out in the carriage with you, if I remember correctly. And I was like, I have no idea who you are or what's going on or whether I should care about anything, but I'm a potato. Yeah, well, so I usually play this game with my friends. Like, I've just started streaming it to share it with people, but I have a couple of friends that I usually run things with, so. She wears shoes to make her taller than her twin brother. I can respect that. Yeah, I've had friends who've offered to get me through it unsynced, because they're like, that's the only way you can do it. Oh no, it's not that carriage. Oh yes! Yes, that's right. When we were running away, this is when everything fell apart, and there was a carriage that we got away with. Wasn't that, like, driven by... That's where we met Pippin, right? Wasn't Pippin on the carriage? Pippin is so great. Looking forward to seeing some of these characters again. Okay. So that is like the end of 2.0 stuff, and so it's like stuff I remember better than stuff that happened throughout 2.0, but it's still stuff that I don't remember as well as the stuff on Heavensward. No, it's okay. I appreciate you all filling in, because my memory is not that great to begin with, and that was around the time that I started paying kind of attention. Well, I used to call Horschfont the guy behind the desk, because if you'll recall, a lot of your interactions with him are he's got that one desk, and you just ride your chocobo into his office and talk to him behind the desk. But then it turns out he's actually a really good character. I didn't like the story in A Realm Reborn, so they're gonna have to tell me what I'm supposed to know from that, or you all can tell me what I'm supposed to know from that. I also rode in Magitech armor there. I loved Horschfont. He's now my minion running around, because that way I can have a little piece of Horschfont with me everywhere I go. I would never expected them to kill him, because he was like the sweet, funny, comic relief character. So I was like, nobody goes after like the funny characters. So I cried a lot, and then I cried when I went to talk to his dad. And then I cried when he helped save Estinian. So good. Anyway, that was a great moment. That was a great moment. Because, like, you see Azael's hands, and then you see more hands, and I'm like, oh, you know who this is going to be, don't you? I, like, started crying before it even showed him. It was so great. So great. Yeah, so good. That makes me happy. Well, so my friends all have paintings of Horschfont in their houses in this game. And after that, they were like, this is why everyone has paintings of him in their houses, because everybody loves him. So I'm glad to know that there are shrines to him at the fan fests. Oh, that's perfect! I'm so glad to know that there's Horschfont clones running around. They are more grown-up versions of themselves. I'm so proud of you. Oh no, we're going to the Waking Sands. Oh my god, the names of things in this game. If you're not familiar with this game, the quest names are very punny sometimes. See, look at my little Horschfont. Firm Albert. Hi, Firm Albert. How are you doing? Don't get squishy. Illuminati Quencher. So, like, when I'm talking to people, like, when I'm, like, because if I'm playing with friends, and sometimes I'll be, like, talking on voice chat, and I just, like, run around. I have, like, paths that I take. Oh, I've heard, like, people were upset with what happened, like Scholar's not in a good direction or something. I don't know. My FC and friends had a scavenger hunt recently, finding people like NPCs with ridiculous names. I need to do more of the Red Mage quests. I have to go to the Waking Sands. I think that's the appropriate response here, isn't it? They made it less annoying, at least. Didn't they? Okay, so it took me forever to figure out how to do this, but I now know that I go through here, 'Cause you can't just... Okay, so the reason why we're all, like, saying, pray, return to the waking sun, and, like, I'm sighing and stuff... Probably, but I won't know my way around. Oh god, I love this song. I love desert songs. So much. I really, 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 really want to cover this song. Really, 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 really want to cover it. It makes me think of like my favorite song from Suikoden 3. Here we go. So you have to go to the Waking Sands all the time for the first chunk of A Realm Reborn. It is where your quest givers and everything like are located. And it's like you can't teleport here. So you have to do what I just did, except you can't fly. Every single time. It's so annoying. So annoying. And like you come here and you see the Scions who I don't like, and there's Minfilia who's gonna tell you stuff. Well, that's good. I'm glad that they made it less annoying, but I got through it before they made it less annoying, so I'm bitter about it being annoying. But I'm genuinely glad it's less annoying for everyone else. Anyway, it's annoying, and so they always say pray. Like you'll get a cell phone call because like you have like a cell phone basically in your ear, like I don't know, a link shell thing, and they'll be like pray return to the Waking Sands, and then you have to go to the Waking Sands. This used to be our home base until everyone got killed the first time around. There's 2 times. Company of Heroes quests. Oh, I don't think I liked that one. Yes, that was Yorange's nerd cave. That's correct. He just hangs out here. Oop. He also looks like a dork and has the most obnoxious way of talking. He's just like sounds like a book. He's Bookie McBookface. Like Bookerson. Book person. The scholars, is he referencing Y'shtola? Yes, he has multiple sets of goggles. He's so uncool, and he's also secretly evil. So now we're telling him everything because we don't know that he's secretly evil. And there was a girl who was in love with him, and he was too dense to get it, and then she died. And I actually kind of liked the purple lady, so... Thou wert wise to come hither, for this very day did I receive tidings most troubling. Like, he sounds like a bad Ren Fair actor. I'm sorry. Yeah, I liked her. I didn't like very many characters at that point in the game, but I did like her. Oh, the Lord of Crags, is that Titan? I know that one. Honestly, like, the entire ending of A Realm Reborn felt cheap. That was what made me angriest about the Rocks Fall Everyone Dies, is that it just felt very cheap and unearned. Yes! Dustmaya was our tank. Yeah, I know that they don't have him talk that way for no reason, but I can still complain about it. Camp Overlook. I don't remember which one that is. We'll find out when I teleport there. What are you thinking, Alice? This is the sound. I don't like the sound. This is the goth basement music. No? I think it plays that sometimes. I swear it's played it when they show up sometimes. Cause I thought that she might call him on it, but she didn't. She's up to something. I think she knows. I think she suspects that something's up. I'm very excited about this. So you're gonna hear a lot of me, like, not... I'm sorry, if you think that it's frustrating with me not understanding what's going on in other games ever, like, buckle up. But I'm pretty sure... I also yell a lot when I play this game. I yell a lot at the characters about stuff. Or yell about the characters or whatever. There's yelling. Okay, how do I get out of here? Oh, no. Right. He's not where Minfilia is, so I can't use that to... Okay, I get out of here. Oh my god. Do I go through here? Maybe I go through here. Do I go through here? No. Don't mind me. I'm just a little confused. I can figure it out. I can figure it out. Oh, right. I have a mini map. This is the door. I can go through this door. Yes. Okay. Now I'm good. Now I'm good. Now I can handle it. See? You should have seen... It's been, in my defense, it's been a while since I went through the Waking Sands. This person is sitting in a chair. I appreciate that. Alright, now we're gonna teleport to Camp Overlook. We'll see if I remember this place. Oh my god. So you know what the best thing about teleporting is? I can get out of Drybone? What's it called? You know what I'm talking about? Is it Camp Drybone? Is that what it's called? I had such a hard time finding my way around that place. I would spend like 15 minutes if my friends weren't there to guide me out. Now I can just fly out. It's great. Yes, yes, I know. But I'm not doing this the way I'm supposed to. I'm just gonna fly. I want to get away. I wanna fly away. Why is it not letting me fly? What? Excuse me? Excuse you? No! What am I supposed to do here? That's the wrong way. No, I want to go that way. Oh, okay. Do I have to teleport there? This is why I teleport everywhere. I guess I can't find my way around anything ever. Okay. Fine. We'll do it right. Oh, is this the place with the baths? Okay. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay, I can just teleport there. We're just gonna go there. Let me tell you, going through the forest around Gridania is so much better when you can just fly. Because Gridania was my home city, so it was the only city I could ever find my way around in for the longest time. Okay. Alright. I don't know where this is. I have Festivus Joyman. That's a great name. I appreciate that. Oh, hold on. Wait, you look like Santa. Why do you look like Santa? Oh, you're one of the pirates! No, you dum-dum. You do want my help, see? Oh, we could go fight a fate just so I can listen to the fate music. I love the fate music. Pirates are like the opposite of Santa. Pirates are like the anti-Santa. Okay. Alright. So we're... Oh, hello. Sometimes people have, like, flavor text if you talk to them before... But most of the time, I just talk to the person with the little chocobo foot over their head. I'm glad. I feel like that's possibly the first Final Fantasy XIV quote we've had. Kobolds. It is tight, and I was right. Okay. Alright. So now I have to search for the kobold. So you'll notice... Amazing, Talara. I appreciate that. So you'll notice that I'm walking around inside, if you look on the mini-map, or on the mini-map, you'll notice that there's like an orange circle thingy that I'm running around in. Somewhere in this orange circle is the kobold. So I have to just wander around until I see it. It is Kobold Week, yes. It's Kobold and Racism. Oh. It's not going to play the music because I'm not in it, though, because I'm the wrong level. We could if we wanted to do this fate. Level 41. That's a while ago. Velociraptor. I'm going to fly around. Let's see. I hate this looking around inside the circle thing because I can't ever find anything. It takes me forever, especially when they're like, find 3 things. And you find the first 2, then the third one is always going to be in some weird level, like way up high or way low. Usually it's way up high. Speaking of way up high. Okay, so now we're outside of the thing. This is not what I want to do. I did it wrong. I'm sorry. I don't know. Gosh, I hate doing this. Am I just missing it? Okay, now I'm outside. Down here? Is this within the no? Oh. Those grenades don't look good. Yeah, I didn't think I'd have to fly. I just thought it would be less annoying if I flew. I will probably eventually switch over to using the TV that I use to play Final Fantasy VII Remake. I used to use that as a second monitor, and it makes it much easier for me to see what's happening in this game. I don't... Man... I want to find the oh, there's the kobold. I found the kobold. Gasp! Oh no, you ran away! Okay. Pursue the koboldling? Where'd the koboldling go? This way? Is it around here? Looks like it is. Where is it? There it is. Hello. There you are. I'm not a... to keep pursuing this. Boop, 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 ba-doop, boop, boop, ba-doop, boop, 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 boop. Alright, we're gonna see if we can do this. Okay, so it's down somewhere here by these velociraptors. If you were a koboldling, where would you be? Probably not having to be flown to. I probably did that wrong. Okay. Not here. Not there. Baby kobold, where are you? Now I've gone straight up. Where have I not been? Yeah, it's very annoying. Oh, there you are. Hello. Oh my god. No! At least there's not random encounters. Alright, folks. There it is! I see you this time. Cutscene. Excellent. Kobolds, we can be friends. You could just talk to me. Okay, so maybe you're asking us to... My guess is that this one's going to ask us to stop the others from summoning. God, it is really disconcerting to have two Alphinaud. And one of them is wearing the wrong colors. It's very confusing. Oh, her shoes totally are... Ha, that's funny. Oh. I'm so proud of Alphinaud. Look at what a good and responsible person he's being. Is she a red mage? She has a sword on her hip. Oh, it's a book. Okay, never mind. I guess that makes sense. This isn't good. Right, so for those of you who don't play this game already, they, like, in order to summon the primals, sometimes they have basically, they turn like thralls. They turn them into thralls to summon them. And so that's presumably what they're going to do, is they're going to use... Oh, no, that's worse. Never mind. This is worse than I thought. Okay, forget everything I just said. That is really bad. That is really... That's one thing about this game is, like, it's actually not afraid to go there. There have been some things where I'm like, I'm just literally not going to think about that because that is too much for me. Thank you, Talara. I was misunderstanding. Okay. It's been a while. All right. Alphinaud once again stepping into a more leaderly role. All right. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty messed up. It's pretty messed up. The way Alphinaud is talking to him is really adorable. Kind of makes me think of how Gertie talks. Yes, ritual sacrifice is a thing. Okay. Do I have to go teleport somewhere? No, I don't have to teleport. He's like right over there. Gonna ride my pony. Pony, pony, riding a pony. He should be right around here. So I am gonna want to stop at some point, but there he is. Yeah. And I'm not sure when a good stopping point is, because I have no sense of when a good stopping point should be in this game. Because it's completely different from anything else that I've ever streamed. Like, it could be like we go from like dungeon to dungeon or instance to instance or whatever, seeing how far apart they are, but you know, I don't know. That's a good point, Solara. Thank you. Okay, so we'll finish maybe getting the crystals. See what happens. Okay, so I just fly. Oh, I was already on my horse. This is how I repeatedly fall off of things and wind up making friends with what are they called? There's like these like salamandery things that they hang out underneath bridges and in caves and stuff a lot in this game, and I kept getting like completely stuck, completely lost. My friends would have to like come across the map and find me and lead me to safety. I don't remember what those things were called. Oh, this poor little scared kobold. What are you doing, Alphinaud? What is he up to? Efts. Yes, that's it. Efts. Thank you. That actually popped into my head, but I thought it was too similar to Ents, and was like, that can't possibly be what I'm looking for. Huh. 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 Who could that be? An Ishgardian? Who could possibly be our traitor? Alright, where am I going? Oh, okay. I am good at walking around things in video games. Okay. Where am I trying to get to? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, this is the best song. One of the best songs in the game. God, I love this so much. Right? Isn't it amazing? It's one of my favorite songs. Me like looking around, very serious. Yes. Ah, okay, we're gonna have to do a new thing in Titan's place, okay. Hopefully this isn't a bad idea. Hopefully he's not a traitor. At this point I am somewhat concerned about traitors in general. Alphinaud is up to something. Should we help with this? That's true. The Warrior of Light has had some trouble with being poisoned twice? Or is it more than that? Sorry, I had to participate. The music is just too good, I couldn't leave it. Did we get it? Yes! Oh, you know, I hadn't thought about that, Desmaya, but you're right. You're absolutely right. Where am I trying to get to? Oh, do I have to actually go through the mines? I don't want to do this. Oh my gosh. Fine. 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 Also, look at the totally awesome horse that I absolutely don't deserve, but I accidentally got. So I guess I have to go in here. The last time I went through the mines, I was talking to someone about Luke Skywalker, and I have literally no idea why that is the case. But I have a distinct impression of thinking about Luke Skywalker while riding around in here. So if anybody has any idea why that might be, please enlighten me. Because I don't know. Okay. I'm not thinking about the fact that I'm in a cave. Wait, why is that... Okay. Oh man, listen to that song. Isn't it a great song? Okay, we're gonna go this way. Bye. No! How do I get... No, it's this way. It's this way. It's this way. Yes. How do I get there? Here? Here! Okay. Okay. I suspect this is probably going to be our stopping point. Oh, that's not good. How come they haven't... I'm surprised that they didn't just like kill them and turn their bones into a thing if that's a thing that they're going to do. But I guess it's a ritual sacrifice thing instead of like we kill them and then use them to do a thing. This poor child. Are they dead? Are they dead already? Thanks, Final Fantasy XIV. What are you doing, Alphinaud? Yeah, like, they don't pull their punches. Like I said, there have been some side quests or small plot threads that I have to, like, put out of my brain because it is too upsetting. There's one, I believe, about human trafficking. There's the whole... one of the first dungeons in Heaven's Word where you find the pages of the diary. There's the... oh, is it Hawk Manor? There's a bunch of places that are just... it's interesting, Alphinaud being, like, instead of just being mad, he's, like, we're seeing his character development here. He's not just, like, mad or horrified at the thing. He's understanding why the horrifying thing happened. Which is important because there hasn't been a lot of that. And that's actually the effect, I think, of the story. I mean, that's the story of Heaven's Word, is having to stop the cycle of violence, which is not an easy thing to do. And kind of force talks about peace through. So what Alphinaud is doing is exactly what he's seen happen between, or what we've helped happen between the Ishgardians and the dragons. And that's really cool. I mean, that's obviously exactly what they're doing with this, but it's neat that you can see it. And if you compare this to kind of Alphinaud earlier, not that Alphinaud has never been a character who, like, lacks compassion, but this is a problem-solving tool that we have, and as a goal that we have in mind, is a relatively new thing. And I think that's really cool. And the fact that even though this guy has killed his own people, and we are horrified by that, it is still more important to negotiate peace than to punish him for the wrong he has done. We will still try to, even with that, if we could make peace with his people, it would still be worth doing. What matters here is not punishing him for the crime. It is reducing the damage and suffering long term. And that is really important and interesting. That they, as the writers, chose to have that be the way that things play out, and yet we are still trying to negotiate with him. That's good. That's good. That makes it harder. Yeah, so here we're talking about the concept of beast tribe. And, like, in no way are they condoning what he does, but they are also not painting him as a cartoonish villain. Like, yes, he's done a thing that's super not okay, but we can also understand where he's coming from. And that is great. Having that conflict is good. But then they're also driving home, like, yes, it's not our characters who are suffering. We get to know Gabu as, like, a cute little child, so that even though we just met this character, we care about this moment. We care about this happening. So it's not just, like, hypothetical, a bad thing happened. Is it his anger and pain that is causing this? It's just his need. But if he is summoned... by the child, and yeah, he's not happy with them. Also, did he look like that the last time? Don't you dare hurt that child. Don't you dare hurt that child. Did he just launch Carbuncle at its face? What are you doing, Alphinaud? Okay. Yeah, no, the facial rigging being so much better than it was in Realm Reborn is a big part of why, it's a big part of why this game is more emotionally effective in Heavensward. Like, the moment I walked into Hirschfont's home, into the Fortal Manor, and like the people were talking and emoting on their faces, I was like, this is a different game. This is much better. Yeah. Yeah, no, that was a mistake, Alphinaud. I was wondering why that child was coming with us. Okay. Alright, so we have to do Titan. We have to fight Titan. Which we can do next week. I think that will be a good thing to pick up with. If that's alright with folks. We can pick up with that because I'm going to want to know where this... I'm going to want to follow this plot thread. I'm very interested in it. Because they've managed to do a lot. Sorry, I'm just going to talk for a minute. They've managed to do a lot with a little. Emotionally. Making the kobold who's affected by this be a child, and having us interact with this kid a few times so we kind of get to know the kid is one way that they can kind of shorthand. It's like one of the things that they did that was really nice was like in A Realm Reborn at some point when you're like helping out with the refugees, you're like giving food to them and you have to walk and talk to them and give like several different characters the food. Sorry, my neck is hurting, so I'm trying to fix it. And it's really cool because that means that you get to know those characters, and that was like one of the first sections that I cared about in A Realm Reborn. And so because they can be very intentional about how frequently like you interact with people or what those interactions are like, that's a way that they can kind of shape your emotional experience, if that makes sense. And so I don't know, like I think that the decision that they did that makes this more interesting, and they're able to highlight the complexities of the situation with the Beastmen better because they chose to set it up this way, as opposed to letting it be yet another generic, and now the Beastmen are trying to summon the Primal and it's bad, and they are bad, and they summoned the Primal and it was bad, and then we fought it and it was bad. Which is kind of how I feel. She's waving at me, so I've got to wave back. She's like, I feel like I don't have any interest in the Primal. Like, I roll my eyes when I have to fight another Primal. I roll my eyes whenever there's like more Primal stuff happening, because it's just like over and over and over and over again. I want them to take the pieces that they built in A Realm Reborn and turn them into something good, even though who would have thought they could be good, you know? And so this is kind of them beginning to do that more, because there is a lot of interest in what defines the beastmen. Like, how do you define like what the beastmen are and what is and isn't beastmen. And I'm glad they're going to dig into that, because like, again, it was just so forgettable and repetitive and generic in A Realm Reborn that it's cool to be like, let's give it depth and nuance, because they are good writers. They do a really good job with some of the writing that we see in Heavensward. And yeah, no, Dismaya, that is an interesting thing, that it's not just the prayer. Because I could tell, I was like, oh no, this child is summoning. Like, we're going to see this thing be summoned through this child's rage, which is, I didn't think, a thing that we'd seen before, and I think we haven't. But yeah, no, it's really, I'm liking what they're doing. I'm liking what they're doing with it quite a bit. Yeah. I'm enjoying this game. And I'm Yeah, Shiva, that's a good point, Still Alone Light. Because you think you know what the primals are, and then Isael shows up with Shiva, but it's not real Shiva, it's Isael's idea of Shiva. And I want to know, like, if these are like the ideas of, it's not really that they're summoning them, it's that they are constructing them based on the legend or the folklore or the belief or the tradition or whatever. They're creating these, like, almost like a golem. And like, I don't know. I'm really curious if they're going to dig into that and make it interesting, because there's some pieces that they can work with that could potentially be interesting. And by having like the direct parallel between like what Alphinaud is trying to do and what he just saw, and it's great because he's a teenager, and like, so he's like a kid, and kids learn from what happens around them, and that's kind of who and how they grow up like to be. And like yes, he's like not like a young child, but it's still true that like when you're, you know, roughly 16, you're still very much being shaped. And so Alphinaud, as the leader and problem solver and stuff, is shaped by the experiences of Heavensward and the Dragonsong War. And we are going to have to be united to stand against the forces that are uniting against us. Like, if former warriors of light can ally with the Ascians, who they had like dedicated their lives to fighting for our bigger cause, like, we're gonna have to put our differences aside. So it's good, it's interesting, I'm excited. I like this game, and I am a little nervous about streaming it, because like, I feel like these streams are kind of a hot mess. So I'm like, where do I pick up with the YouTube archive? Like, what am I doing? I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and exit the game. They're gonna be like, you're not in a town, so we want to make sure you mean to do that here, but that's fine. Thank you. Well, I'm glad that you're all here along for the ride, and for thank you for anybody who's tagging along, in case there's any lurkers or whatever. Like, thank you for joining me on this. This is like a new and slightly scary thing for me to do, because it's a little outside the norm of what I usually do, and I'd played this game for a couple of years without streaming it, so it's a different experience that I'm still figuring out. But having your positive feedback means a lot, so thank you. Hopefully, as we settle into it more, I think it's going to be become more comfortable, because I wanted to get like the weird growing pains out of my system before we get to Stormblood. And so on YouTube, I'm going to archive these as like, this is like a pre-Stormblood stuff, and then once we start Stormblood, I'm going to number that fresh with Stormblood number 1 and go through that. And then I guess when we get to Shadowbringers, which is the real reason why we're streaming this, we'll get there. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. So let me know what you think of that and like the way this is set up, and if it would make sense for me to come up with like friends that I could maybe call on to party going into streams or something like that, like because we've got a couple of folks, and it's possible like as I stream this more and people who have availability might tune in more, that we might just have like our standing like team, but like let me know if you have thoughts, if anyone, and this goes for any of you who are watching this live on Twitch or anybody who is watching this on YouTube, if you want to like be my Final Fantasy XIV friend, I'm Lorealla Loalla, which I'll put the name in the description on YouTube, but you folks, like, you just saw the name on Ultros, so feel free to send me a friend request. And if you are a person that wants to play with me and I don't know you, like, go ahead and like reach out to me over like Discord or YouTube comments or something, just so I know. But yeah, thank you all so much. This is fun. Like, I get a little, like I said, a little nervous, a little anxious, not knowing exactly what I'm doing with this. So you've been very good audience as I start settling into this a bit more. So yeah, thank you so much. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you tomorrow. Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I am going to be debuting my new cover that I'm really excited about. So please tune in if you like my streams. We're nearing the end of that game, so there's so much talking, and there will probably be a lot of feelings. So it'll be good. All right. Good night.